generally, prayer is seen to ask divinity for something. Today, for a change, let us use prayer to ourselves, to open up yourself to divinity. To lead us through prayer, I call on my one of the Surili teachers of YBN, respected Neela Bhatia Madam. Madam, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. So get ready for the prayer. Sit in any comfortable Adharasana, Vajrasana preferable. Keeping your back erect, shoulders behind, head straight, chin parallel to the ground. Gently drop your eyelids and observe your breathing for some time. People behind, if you finish quickly, come and join her. Can't hear me? Ensure your breathing is absolutely normal before we begin chanting Om and the prayer. Prepare yourself for chanting of Om. Take a deep inhalation and start. भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Enjoy vibration, begin by chanting Om and prayer for a few moments. Slowly bring back your awareness to breathing. And then to your body, gently open the eyes and then sit relaxed now. Over to you, Neha.
Thank you, ma'am. for making us feel the serenity in and around us. Friends, in my first one or two sentences, I welcome you very informally, casually, as an anchor. But what if one of the strong pillars of Vivian welcomes us? I call on my very respected Shri Ramesh Shenoy sir, who is the treasurer of our institute and also the ex-organizer of YNTC. Shenoy sir. He will also make us know more about Yoga Vidyatis Vastu, Yoga Bhavan and the institute and its various activity, Yoga Vidyaniti.
Good morning, everybody. I have been given the task of briefing you about Yog Bhavan, the place where you are sitting. Okay. In brief, I'll just tell you about Yog Bhavan. जैसे ही हम योग भवन का नाम सुनते हैं या भवन का नाम सुनते हैं एक अलग सी भावना प्रकट होती है और जब उसके साथ योग जोड़ा जाता है योग भवन तो मन में एक सुकून पैदा होता है तो आज हम यहाँ बैठे हैं तो देखते हैं कि मैं इसका एक आपको पार्श्वभूमि देना चाहता हूँ 4-5 मिनट का ये ज्यादा वक्त नहीं लूंगा तो योग भवन कब कैसे और आज इसकी स्थिति क्या है तो ये जानना बहुत ही जरूर है स्पेशली आज जमाना है ऑनलाइन का 90% लोग ऑनलाइन में है योग भवन में बहुत कम लोग आते हैं तो हम पहले देखते हैं कि योग भवन कब से शुरू हो गए वैसे सबको मालूम होगा कि अपना योग विद्या निकेतन 1974 में इसकी स्थापना हुई थी पिछले ही महीने में हम लोग ने 50वां सेलिब्रेशन हुआ पिछले साल से फर्स्ट समर कोर्स यहाँ हुआ था मई 1974 में फर्स्ट YTTC हुआ 1977 में अभी उस वक्त क्या हुआ था हर एक कोई चीज के पीछे behind everything there is some or the other cause so what has happened how this Yog Bhavan came into existence the first YTTC was in 1977 one of the participants of that YTCV was our very senior most sir Mukund Bedekar I think he is not here today so while he conducted he started as a treasurer of this institute so in BPT he conducted a summer course जैसे कि आपको मालूम है TTC होने के बाद एक समर कोर्स होता है तो वो समर कोर्स में one of the participants was one Mr. Kasaudikar who then joined SIDCO and then at that time some plots were available for social schemes and that is how we got this plot अभी प्लॉट मिलने के बाद भी ऐसी बिल्डिंग खड़ा नहीं होती है सो वी वर अलॉटेड 1000 square meters in 1980 1000 square meters at ₹60 per meter it was costing only 60,000 rupees and that 60,000 took us 5 years to collect और आज के दिन में 5 मिनट में दिन नहीं लगता है 60,000 रुपए जमा करने वी गेट गुड डोनेशन फ्रॉम ऑल आवर पैटर्न्स so the summer course was started in 1986 regular 2 batches started after that and in 1991 the foundation stone was laid for this building by one of the ministers Ganesh Naik who is a very popular figure and in 1994 two backside 2 floors 1994 2 floors were ready the first half we conducted Shuddhi Kriya. All of you know that Shuddhi Kriya is the USP of our institute and today also we are going to have a demo on that. And 1996 to 1999 conducted residential YTTC in Marathi language. In 1998 YTTC branch started from here. That is the 22nd YTTC. In 2002 foundation stone for the front side 2 floors was laid down by a minister Ram Naik. I think he was here for a last function. All of you must have seen him. 2004 inauguration was done by Chandrasekhar Dharmadakari. He was one of the judges. We got additional FSI, being Special Institute for Education. With this, we constructed in 2005 the third floor, and we had this statue, what you are seeing when you enter at your right side, Swami Kualayanam, and a floor on the fourth floor, which was named after the Swamiji. And after that, our Guruji and Guruma stayed there. We started therapy course from 2000, and Guruji's statue was unveiled in 2023, last year. And since then, we are having 7 regular batches. Apart from YTTC and YNTC, we are having 7 regular batches. This is in brief about Yog Bhavan. But to mention about the people who are behind this, we had a major Vijay Chitnis, who is no more, but he was quite instrumental in ensuring to get this building started. And we had Mukul Bedekar, who was the engineer in BPT. He managed his office as well as Yoga Niketan. And we have a galaxy of members who are present here. Sinkar sir, he himself is an engineer in BMC. We have Parab sir, ex-DGM RBI. So we had all these people without whom we could not have seen this building. So as I would like to sum up, for me, I started my journey in 2004 with YVM. For me, it was a Janma Bhumi. For many who toiled to see this building stand up here, it was a Karma Bhumi. And for all others, I would say it is a Punya Bhumi. With this, I conclude my address to you. Thank you. With this address, I welcome all of you to this function of today, and I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chennai sir. To make us travel through the making of this Vastu Yoga Bhavan and the various activities of Yoga Vidya Niketan. By knowing this, we all feel so very proud to be Valyanites. Now, friends, let us not forget the very purpose of today's gathering. The banner is showing it. The name of the session is Joint Kriya Session. Joint Shuddhi Kriya Session. To know more about Shuddhi Kriya, what is it all about? I call on my Vice Chairman of Yoga Vidya Niketan, Yogacharya Sri Durgadas Swami sir.
Namaste, good morning. Namaste
Good
to all our online friends of YTTC as well as YNTC.
Namaste, sir.
There are about 55 participants in YTTC, 38 YTTC at Dadar, and around same 50, 52 at Vashi, and more than 80 at Global. Similarly, today it's a joint function for our YNTC participant also, because those who are YTTC holders of Yoga Vidya Niketan, they have already undergone the same experience last year. But we have got participants which have come from other institutes for doing YTC. And so for them, this explosion is important. That's the reason. So there are some 90 global participants in YTC and bit less at Dadar and Vashi. Totally around 110 or so. So welcome you all. Friends, during Vedic era, yoga was restricted to dhyana or meditation. Ved is to experience, actually. Vedana, what we call. And so the Vedic wisdom is a theory, then the technology, the device through which this knowledge was achieved was yoga. So if Ved is a theory, yoga is a practical. But this practice was restricted to meditation during the Vedic era. But it was possible directly going to meditation only for, great yogis who were already yogis in previous birth. But for common people like me and you, it was not that easy. And so different research was done by different people, and so many other foundation techniques were developed by them. Maharishi Patanjali for the first time edited all of them, but first having a first-hand experience, not AC cabin writing, editing, but he has done it himself, experience, took a first-hand experience, and then he wrote for writing the so-called Patanjali Yoga Darshan, and there, of course, at least 10 different regimes are described to get the actual that Yoga Chittarutti Nirodha, that's the way he has defined yoga. Among them, who is superior yogi? Vairagya. Middle class yogi, Kriya Yoga. And third class, not a good term. Third level yogi. Third level yogi, it's not yogi actually. Yoga sadhak like me and you. For them, he described Ashtanga Yoga. So it is a broader foundation, Ashtanga Yoga, to the Raj Yoga, what the Vedic era it was. Hatha yogis were more practical. They left their home, they started, staying in the jungle, in the kuti, hut, and started practicing. And they found there are problems. Whatever Maharishi Patanjali is describing, it doesn't come to experience practically. Sthira sukham masanam. Kitne der se baithe ho? Since half an hour you are sitting, kitna sthira or kitna sukha, you might be knowing better rather than those who are sitting on the chair. So same problem was faced by our Hatha yogis. Nahi ho raha. What to do? But they asked the question seriously. Why not? Where is the issue? क्योंकि उनके वापस जाने के दौर कट गए थे. Once again, they can't go to society. नहीं हो पाया इस जन्म में करके. They have a situation, do or die. Okay? And so they ask the questions seriously. And that is the rule of the universe. Whoever is asking a question seriously will get the answer. For example, before Newton, some 400 years back, many would have asked, no, why the fruit should come down and why not, go up. But they found when they didn't get the answer very easily. We want answer to be cheap. So they thought, क्यों मगजमारी करने का? अच्छा है, गिरता है करके तो खाने को मिलता है. But Newton was very serious, and that's why he could, know about gravity. Of course, during Vedic era, ancient India, Vedic era, our great seers were knowing about gravity. Only thing they didn't, put it the way which modern science wants it. So obviously, because it was in Europe, that in European modern science has developed from Europe only. So obviously, Newton is getting the credit. But thousands of years prior to Newton, Indians were knowing about gravity. So that's a different issue. There is no topic of discussion today. But when they asked the question seriously, they started lighting up their intuition, wisdom. They imitated the world, the nature, different animals, living and non-living. And they get an alignment of the body, imitating those different objects. By looking at the hooded cobra, they also raised their neck and chest and gave the same name, Bhujangasana. By looking at the mountain, they stretched the body and they gave the name Parvatasana. By looking at the tree, they stretched the body and gave the name Vrikshasana. By looking at the bow, they gave the name Dhanurasana, so on and so forth. And they found, yes, now there is a difference. Experience. So nowadays we may interpret what happens with the ligament, tendon, blood circulation, muscle stretching. Those words they would not have used because these are the modern times words. But concept is same. They understood what is happening inside. And now I am able to sit for longer time. But then when started doing pranayam, they found still there is a problem. Although they are able to sit Sarasukham Asanam, Prayatna Shetilyat, Ananta Samapatibhyam for hours together, but something wrong in achieving the pranayam. Then again ask the question, what is wrong? Seriously, that is most important. And they found, just like there is a physical body, there is an energy body, Annamaya Kosh and a Pranamaya Kosh. It is composed of 72,000 nadis. And from that the prana flows. Until the prana flows, we are alive. When prana stops flowing, gata prana is death. You know that. So that's the concept of pranamaya kosh and prana and nadis and all that. So they found pranayama is nothing but at an external level, yes, it is controlling the breath. But at a subtler level, it is controlling the pranic energy, the vital energy. And so unless the nadis are cleaned, the pranic flow can't be proper to all these nadis. It can't be streamlined. And against the pranic flowing, not streamlined, we can't really control. Pranic flow is streamlined, means we are healthy. We are unhealthy because our pranic flow is hampered. It is not streamlined because of so many reasons, diet and mental, whatever. Let us not discuss that matter. And so, in order to clean the nadis and first render the pranic flow streamlined so that I can control, and then it's pranayam. And then as Maharshi Patanjali says, dharana sukcha yogyata manasa, the fifth sutra for pranayam. What is the effect? With pranayam, the mind will get prepared for meditation. And so pranayam is a must as an intermediate state. But pranayam can't happen because of this thing. That's why again they thought to do what to do, and they discovered or invented something like Shuddhi Kriya, which is today's topic. So Shuddhi Kriya, just like so many times, Maharshi Patanjali has not taken name of any asana. All the asanas are designed and named in Hatha yogic literature, texts. And so the Hatha yogis have contributed in the yoga. For example, so many asanas, so many pranayam, and then mudra, bandha, kriya, siddhi kriya. So siddhi kriya is one of the contribution of Hatha. In Hatha Pradipika, in the second chapter, which is mainly concerned with the pranayam, they have initially described the Shat Kriyas as a preparation for a pranayam. Nadi Shuddhi, they have said, to clean the nadis. They have not given a separate status. The Hatha Pradipika talks about the Chaturanga Yoga, the asana, mudra, kumbhaka, and nada anusandhana. But Gheranda Samhita is talking about Saptanga Yoga, and very first anga is Shatkarma. So Gheranda Samhita has given a status of anga to the Shatkriya. So all other Hatha yogic texts describe the Shatkriya. The main intention is that nadi should be clean so that pranayam will be achieved. Now many in Hatha Pradipika, for example, they have said, if you have got excess of shleshma, that is mucus, excess of meda, that is overweight, you must do Shat Kriya before pranayam. Otherwise, pranayam will be hindered. You can't get the success. And then further they have said, if your tridosha are in balance, however, you need not do Kriya. Nowadays, many institutes, who are not giving much focus on the Siddhi Kriya, whereas Yoga Vidyaniketan has a strong hold over Siddhi Kriya, they say, they claim, they refer to this sloka and claim that it is said, if your tridosha are, balanced, you need not do pranayam. I mean, you need not do Kriya. In today's world, please tell me sincerely, whose tridosha are in balance, who can claim, yes, my tridosha are in balance. At this moment, it might be. Very second moment when I am going to eat idli chutney, it won't. Yeah, I tell you, the moment I am disturbing for some emotional reason, it won't. It's so fluctuating, so sensitive, so vulnerable, So nobody can claim that all the time, 24 hours and 365 years a day, 365 days a year, my tridosha are balanced. No, and that's why for achieving pranayam and thereby for achieving a better meditation, we must practice Shuddhi Kriya. That's what Yoga Vidyaniketan is strongly claiming. That's what Guruji claimed. Okay. So another thing they have said, once you do Kriya continuously, and then your nadis are clean, and then your pranayam is succeeded, then just by continuing the pranayam, your nadis will continue to remain clean, and then you need not do Kriya. But for a beginner, till that happens, we must practice. Because this is so far the yogic tradition is concerned. Now coming to today's world, so much pollution, so much bad effect on our breathing and all that. These Kriyas will help to, we can't change the world. हम बोलते हैं कि काले चक्र को उल्टा नहीं घुमा सकते. Pollution is there, it's there, we have to accept it. Unfortunately, right from the base of the bottom of the ocean up to the top of peak of the Everest, we have polluted. That too under the name of science and technology, isn't it? We have polluted, and so we can't say, we have to strengthen our own equipment. You can't change the environment, you can't change the pollution, but you have to strengthen your body-mind complex equipment such that you'll be able to withstand, you're able to face successfully this environment, and Kriya will come to your rescue to, promote yourself, to strengthen yourself, to boost yourself, equip yourself to face these, situations. And likewise, actually read teeth, and those are kriyas only in a way, but that is at a superficial level. But there are Pancha Mahabhuta, of which the universe is constituted: Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, and Akash. Same Panch Mahabhut constitutes our body. Okay, so these very Panch Mahabhut are appeared, are invited to clean the body in this Shat Kriya or Shuddhi Kriya. There is another term Panchakarma in Ayurveda because they are five. Much similarity. There also Nas is there here, Neti is there. There woman is there here also woman is there. But the major difference is that there instead of Panchamahabhuta, some of the herbals and oils, औषधि जिसको बोलते हैं, औषधि are used. Secondly, Vedic, Ayurvedic woman is 15 days process. For example, just to compare, now here you will see the woman within less than 5 minutes, you will drink some 4 to 6 glass or stomach full of water and immediately will take out. So easy. Within 2-3 minutes, woman is over, and whatever acid is there or anything is there in stomach, it will be clean, or the respiratory tract will be clean, cough will go, you will feel good. The nose is blocked, immediately you will find the nose are open. But the Ayurvedic woman is 15 days process. First day you have to drink on empty stomach 30 ml घी. पूरन पोली के ऊपर 2 चम्मच घी डाल के खाने में मजा आता है, लेकिन 30 ml घी ऐसा ही पीना आसान नहीं है. हाँ, तो आपने सेकंड day 6 ml.
Screen froze.
Ayurvedic hospital or ashram, whatever we call it.
Ma'am, the call dropped.
Yeah.
Fourth day along Yoga teacher.
Sir, we missed.
You can
Sir, we
use.
missed you
So,
from
that's it.
60 ml of
This one,
ghee.
immediately. Thank you so much, and दिल थाम के बैठिए. You are welcome, and it's a learning experience. I hope you have already brought one notepad and pen, and most important, pink book, that is Yogic Science Manual, on which page number that Yogic Kriya description and that tree is there describing Hiran Savita, some 23. Although it is 6, there are divisions and subdivisions. So almost some 23 Kriyas are described in Hiran Savita, and nowadays Jalaneti, Rabarneti, they were not there in the original text. They are designed very recently in 100 years by modern gurus. So including that, that number goes to about 40. And if you add Sandhi Chalan Kriya, then it goes to, I think, hundreds, so many hundred, 400, 500, you know. Okay, so welcome all, and just enjoy this learning process. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Saman sir, for very short and apt introduction of Shuddhi Kriya. So, as a budding yoga teacher or yoga sadhak, here afterwards, hopefully we will not misunderstand yoga as merely the practice of asana or pranayam or meditation. It is much more than that, and that much more includes this Shuddhi Kriya. right? As rightly said by Sawant sir, our body, like any other machine, our body continuously produces waste material, and our body has its innate ability to remove this waste material. But because of our faulty lifestyle, our internal homeostasis gets disturbed, and we welcome various diseases. So to avoid that, we need to practice Shuddhi Kriya. Friends, in our next segments, our teachers are going to explain various Shuddhi Kriya. There are 6 major Shuddhi Kriyas. Teachers will come and explain one by one on this page. So first we will start with the Neti Kriya. It cleanses the tract of nasal passages with pathogen and impurities. So to conduct this session, I welcome respected one of the senior teachers of Vashi YTTC, very hardworking Srimati Manjushri Deshpande. Now for Kana Santosh. Okay. Okay. Sure. Good morning, all of you, and get ready to watch keenly about Kriyas, all Kriyas, and watch it open-mindedly. ये चल के मत देखिए कि मैं कर नहीं सकूंगी या कर नहीं सकूंगा. How can I do it? Please don't watch with these thoughts or with these feelings. Open-mindedly you watch and enjoy also, and get ready in योगिक शुद्धि क्रिया का जो हमारा वीक रहेगा, क्रिया वीक, to learn. One minute.
Thank you very much, Manjushri ma'am.
Yeah, welcome. So and get ready to learn Shuddhi Kriyas, and I'm sure all of you will learn this very nicely, very easily. So as Neha ma'am says, our first demonstration in this Kriya is under Neti heading. So what is the meaning of Neti? Neti means to clean the nose or to clean the breathing passage. It is called Neti. Now, under this Neti Kriya, we clean our breathing passage with first water, and the second is friction. When we clean our nasal passage with water, it is called Jalaneti. And when we clean it with friction, it is called rubber neti or besan neti. So that we will see one by one. So friends, first we will see the demonstration of Jalaneti. So friends, our nose, wait, I will call you. Yeah, please, 1 minute, yeah. Friends, our nose acts like a strainer, isn't it? But when it becomes stuffy with mucus, dust particles, or any other impurities, these pores operate properly. So in Jalaneti, sorry, okay, in Jalaneti, when saline water passes through the nostrils, it carries all the impurities with him and provides a proper healthy structure to the membrane. So with this much of introduction, I request Neti demonstrator, Jalaneti demonstrators to come on stage. So they are using this Neti cup for this Kriya, so that this Neti cup, as you can see, a white color cup in their hand, it is designed by YVN and very easy to use it, very comfortable, not easy to use this. Now they will pour in that cup a lukewarm saline water. It is a little bit warm, and they have added some amount of salt in it so that the water will not absorb easily by our skin, and it will help to take out all the impurity, all the
impurities inside effectively. So they are all ready. They have their neti cup, jala neti cup in their right hand, and now they will start their demo. They will first tilt their head, will bend slightly forward, and will fix the spout of the Jalaneti cup into right nostril, and their mouth is open. You can see, just observe their position, their condition. Their mouth is open, they are breathing through their mouth, and just the water is travel from one nostril to the other nostril. So the saline lukewarm water is passing through from right nostril to the left nostril. Now, when water flows through right to left through mucous membrane, it touches the optic nerve, olfactory nerve, or auditory nerve endings and stimulates them. Then it not only clean our nose, our nasal passage or breathing passage, it also just touches, and it stimulates the nerve endings and improves the health of eyes, ears, and throat also. So with along with neti cleansing nose, it is you can say ENT Kriya also. So they have finished from with one nostril. Now they will pour water again, saline lukewarm water, and they will fix the spout to the other nostril, and they will start Kriya with other nostril. Their mouth is open. Again, I am saying they are
Ma'am,
breathing.
it is not visible.
Sorry,
Not properly visible. It is not properly visible.
Yeah, demonstrators are not properly visible. Okay. Now, if this saline water touches our olfactory nerve, then you may get a painful sensation little bit. So in that situation, you please increase the amount of salt in the water and just reduce the tilt of this neti cup little bit to reduce the flow. हमेशा होगा ये ऐसा नहीं है, but sometimes it can happen. So now you can see how nicely the flow is coming out. Now this Kriya protects the nose from cold. These are benefits: cold, nasal inflammation, and contagious diseases. Now in 21st century, as Savan sir said, all the problems starts with our pollution and breathing problems. So this is a very good, every day you can practice this Kriya as you clean our breathing passage. Now, all of them have finished the Kriya. Now, friends, when water is passing through the air passage, it enters into some cavities, and they also clean the cavities there, but some of the water may remain in that cavity, and it will, if you will not remove that water, so it may bring a headache to you. So there are some Kriyas the teachers are showing it here. So you have to practice it mandatory after practicing Jalaneti. So Bandana ma'am is practicing 90-degree bend, and she will just turn her head towards left side, and she will close down nostril, and we give.
Ma'am, it is not visible.
Can't see Bandana ma'am.
Ma'am,
Can't see,
Vandana
ma'am.
ma'am, if you can zoom on Vandana ma'am.
Yeah. So now Uddiyan Bandha, Sneha ma'am will practice Uddiyan Bandha. It is a negative pressure. So water, if there is any water in the nasal, in the cavities, they will suck because of negative pressure, and they will remove from there. Now Nipa ma'am will practice Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati strokes, we have not learned now Kapalbhati, but they are similar to Shwasan Marga Shuddhi strokes. So she will practice Kapalbhati. And Hastapadasana, Ujjwala ma'am will practice Hastapadasana while bending. You know Hastapadasana now. She will bend forward and will give strokes. And Medha ma'am will practice Marjarasana A and B. Now you can see after practicing Kriya, they have just wiping out their nose, and they are taking out the water from the cavities. So this is a mandatory, when we will teach you Jalaniti, we are also going to teach you this after Kriya practices, so that there will be no water in your cavities. Yeah, thank you all the demonstrators for Jalaniti.
Ma'am, could you please repeat first point before Udyan Bandh?
Before Udyan Bandha, I said 90-degree down. You have to bend 90-degree and just turn your head on one side, and you have to close down nostril and give stroke. Strokes like Shwasan. As I said, there is this is Jalaniti. Now the next practice, as I said, where we are using friction, so that is rubber niti. Under rubber niti, there are second variation also, that is Vesan neti, that we will see afterwards. But first we will see rubber neti. So in this Kriya, the breathing passage from nostril to throat is cleaned by friction with the rubber catheter. Here we are using rubber catheter. You can show demonstrators rubber catheter, which is very soft and very flexible, and it is very safe to insert it. It will not hurt your very delicate skin inside your nose. So they have two ends. One is tapering end and one is hollow end. So they have just hold that tapering end in their hand, and they will start taking their chin little bit up. They will start inserting that rubber catheter into their nostril, mouth is open, and when that end comes to the throat, they will take out that rubber catheter both with two fingers, pointed finger and middle finger out, and now slowly look how they are massaging that passage from nose to throat. They are clean. In Jalaniti, we have cleaned the bridge between the two nostrils with water. Now here they are cleaning the passage. Now slowly they will take out the rubber catheter from mouth, and now they will wash it again, and they will insert it again within other nostril. Okay, how nicely, initially while learning, you may get a sneezing sensation, chink aa sakti hai, because foreign material is going into our body, na? So that is okay. Body will, when your mind will accept, then body will accept. Acceptance of mind is there. So now they are inserting into the left nostril, and now little their chin is up, they are standing in a very relaxation posture, and now when it will come in throat, they will take out with both the fingers, and now they will start massaging it very nicely. How nicely and how easily they are doing it. This massage, it massages inner mucous membrane of the nose. Then due to this, the blood circulation therein improves. The nerve ends are energized. Yeah, you can take out from the mouth. And their resistance power also increase, and functional capacity also. With friction, the mucous membrane becomes free of secretions. Zyada jo secretion hota hai, it will be free of secretions. Thanks all the demonstrator of rubber knitting for wonderful demonstrations. So if teachers can do it, why not you people? Okay. So now the next variant in rubber neti is rubber Vesan neti. Vesan, you know the meaning, those who are Marathi, Vesan, bailacha nakat galtat. Okay na? So for controlling a bull, a bridle is fixed in its nose, just like Vesan. So when we are inserting that rubber catheter in a final stage, it looks like that. It is just like that. So that's why it is Vesan neti. Friends, as I already said, in rubber neti, we have cleaned the passage from nose to throat, descending from nose to nostrils. Okay? So, however, a tiny part which is the bridge between the two nostrils, which separate our two nostrils, वो रह गया है साफ करने का. हम कुछ नहीं छोड़ेंगे साफ करने के लिए, सब अच्छे से साफ करेंगे. So for that it is neglected in that bridge. Yeah, I request demonstrators on stage. So now rubber niti, what we did, we insert one by one. Okay. Now in Western niti, they have for rubber catheter, they have one hollow end and one tapering end. So this will helpful in this Western niti. So they will insert it simultaneously, both the ends in both the nostrils. Okay. Simultaneously they will insert it, and now when it will come into the throat, they will take out from throat both the ends. And now what they will do, they will fix the tapering end of one end to that hollow end. Nicely usko wo fix kar denge. Yes, fix kar dono ends hai wo, she will fix, ma'am will fix the tapering end, she will insert it and fix it. After that, they will start pulling up this rubber catheter from nose, and that other end will go into the mouth. Okay, to that soft palate, it touches the soft palate, and now they will start rotating that catheter that both the ends, and now they will massage very nicely to that bridge. So in Jalaneti also,
Ma'am is not audible.
Manjushri ma'am, you are not audible.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
I think it might help if we focus completely zoom on one person so that we can see.
Hello, it is okay? Yeah, improves the resistance power. So this is all about Vasan neti. Friends, जब रबर का इन्वेंशन हुआ, so we are using this. But ancient time, when rubber was not invented, क्या होता था? So they use, ऋषि मुनि जो रहते थे वो use a cotton thread which tightly twisted cord, and but though it is a cotton thread, it is little bit rough. So they have to apply oil on it for lubricant, or they have to apply wax on it, and they have to insert. अगर आपको और भी lubricant चाहिए, so previous night you have to put 2-3 drops of ghee or edible oil into the nostrils so that lubricant का काम करेंगे. But you have to practice with this thread, with this sutra very safely, because just soft is that it may get hurt. So you can see Sawan sir and Santosh sir, how slowly they are just giving massage to their mucous membrane. Very slowly they are doing it. So आजकल बहुत ज्यादा सूत्र नीति करते हुए दिखते नहीं है, कुछ कम लोग हैं जो सूत्र नीति करते हैं. And the cotton, so it absorbs all the mucus, and अगर वो रबर से नहीं निकला तो thread, जो सूत्र होता है, it absorbs that all mucus and dirt. So that is the additional benefit. Now they will insert it with other nostrils. Secondly, you have to clean this after using it very carefully because it is a cotton sutra. So you have to clean it very carefully, dry it. उसको fungus नहीं लगना चाहिए. So many you have to take slowly, very nicely. कहीं भी उनको ज्यादा फ्रिक्शन नहीं हुआ है या ब्लड नहीं आया हुआ. So carefully, both of them have demonstrated this Sutra Niti. Thank you, sir. So with this, we finished this Niti demonstrations, and now I will hand over mic to Neha ma'am for further demonstrations.
So how was it? I was reading your faces. But surprisingly, there were very few question marks because the explanation and the demonstration was so very wonderful that you understood it very well, right? And hopefully during Kriya week, you will not feel like doing it first time. On behalf of you, I am promising teachers, you will not get scared of doing Neti Kriya. Right? Promise? Okay. So Neti Kriya is called as ENT specialist. ENT, ear, nose, throat. But not only ENT, ENTE. Ear, nose, throat and eye. Because it is claimed in Hatha Yoga that it gives Divya Drishti, divine vision it gives after by regular practice of Neti Kriya. And there are many examples of short-sightedness getting rectified with the practice of Neti, and again hearing loss also can be reduced by stimulating the connected nerve. After Neti Kriya, now this is time to clean one of the important organs through which we get connected to others or to the surrounding. Anyone can name the organ? Eye, chakshu. So it's time to clean the eyes. The name of this practice is Tratak. And to conduct this session, I call on my very friendly yoga teacher from Global YPTC, our very own Sri Santosh Bashetti sir.
Hello friends, am I audible? Online friend?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Fine. I can see a very curious faces. Now what next will be there? Tratak, the next Kriya. Dhoti Basti Neti Tratak. It's in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, they have mentioned that Nishchale Nishchita Sukshma Lakshma Samahika. That means Nishchal Nishchita, steady and stable, gazing towards a Sukshma Lakshma. That is a small object, maybe subtle object, maybe small object. Object should be steady, your gaze should be also steady. Until what? Till your tears start rolling down. Until you start shedding the tears, you keep gazing on that object, which is very steady and stable. That is known as Tratak. Okay. Basically, Tratak has divided into two types, bifurcated in two types, that is Samipa Tratak and Sudura Tratak. Now, all of you can see, I request demonstrator to come on the stage, their positions. For it is Samipa. By the word Sami, what you understand? Nearby. Okay. So by the name, you can see the object is very nearby to the sadhaka. They are taking their positions adharasana. Basically, as required for all the VR, your stomach should be empty. While practicing pratak, they are taking the adharasana. Back should be straight, natural in the natural curvature, in parallel to the floor. The object placed in front of them is approximately 45 to 60 centimeters away from them, approximately 2 feet away, 1.5 to 2 feet away. And it should be placed on the comfortable height in the level of the eyes. So it's how they are gazing, you can see. They are constantly looking at that object steadily. Their eyes are steady. Gaze is fixed. They are staring. I will not use the word staring. They have fixed the gaze. There is a difference between the staring and gazing. You can see there is no strain on the eyes, though eyeballs are fixed and they are continuously gazing on the object without blinking the eyes. With the willpower, you have to stop that urge of blinking the eye. Then that irritation or burning sensation will start happening. And with that, tears may within few seconds up to few minutes, individual to individual, time may differ. Even for the same individual, on different times, different days, time may differ. So once tears start rolling down, as they are staring, you can see. Once the tears starts rolling down, you have to stop the practice. You have to clean the eyes. You have to wipe the eyes. This is generally a Samipa Tratak. The object for Tratak can be a point, as you can see on the first place, a single point, a small dot. It can be a flame. It can be a other circular object in the center that is a point. It can be Om. It can be Swastik. It can be anything which is more suitable for you. Depending on the individual choice, you can choose your object. The only condition that it should be steady. It should not be moving or flickering of it. So as they are doing Samipa Tratak, Sudura Tratak. What it is? It is a Tratak.
Can't hear you, sir.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear us?
No, not yet. Call dropped, I feel.
Sir, we are not able to hear you. We missed a lot. I think you started on Sudur
No problem.
Kriya, and
Sudur
we could
Am I audible
Yeah.
now?
now.
Sorry.
Sabhi missed the entire section.
जहाँ तक सुना था
Can
आपने?
you repeat the name again?
Sir, and then
start with the Sudur.
Sudura Tratak. Yeah. I'm starting with Sudura Tratak. Sudura Tratak is object. All the process is similar. all other process. You have to fix your gaze on the object. The only difference is the object is placed far away from you, far away from the sadhak who is doing the tratak. Then, apart from Samika and Sudha tradition, in traditional text, there are two more types of tratak, Antaranga tratak and Bahiranga tratak, or in simple, Antar tratak and Bahya tratak. Samipa and Sudura tratak both comes under the category of Bahya tratak. The object is from the outside. Then, when one becomes very conditioned or familiar, a regular practitioner of Bahya tratak, Samip or Sudur, the sadhak, the individual practitioner can practice antaranga tratak. You have to visualize that object in front of your closed eyes in the background of the dark
What is
space
the
in front
distance
of the
from
closed eyes.
the sadhak to object in Bahya Tratak?
You have to visualize that object in front of your closed eyes, and that visualization should be clear. If that image is becoming blur or invisible or vanishing, again you have to go for Bahya tratak. Okay. So this is like Antar and Bahya tratak. I mentioned about some do's and don'ts, some contraindications. If you are a epileptic or any person who is epileptic, should avoid practice of tratak. Chronic headache, in case of migraine, one should avoid the tratak. If you have specs, it's a benefit, but you don't tratak wearing the specs. During the practice of try to remove the specs. Thank you. They are releasing their Adharasana as Dini ma'am was sitting in simple prostrate position, also known as Sukhasana. Then they also release the Adharasana, their respective Adharasanas. Some of the benefits of Tratak. What can be very easy to understand or too easy to guess? A simple benefit of Tratak is it's highly beneficial to improve the concentration, improve the memory power. So very useful for the students in the adolescent age also, or in any age of the students or all the human beings. Concentration is little bit difficult. So it helps you to increase your concentration and memory. It is very good to remove all the issues of the eyes. I am not saying curing. It is beneficial or supporting to remove all the problems from the eyes or vision issues. In Gherand Samhita, it has mentioned that Netra Roga Vinashati. Netra Roga Vinashati, all kind of diseases, defects of the eyesight, eyes or vision comes into all Netra Roga Vinashati. Then they have mentioned Divya Drishti Pradayani. That is a divine benefit. First one was physical benefit, then Divya Drishti Pradayani is divine benefit. Then one more benefit they have mentioned, that is Shambhavi Vijayate. It helps to get the mastery over the Shambhavi. Shambhavi is a mudra. Will not go into the detail. It is about spiritual benefit of the Tratak. Now, many times people misunderstand it as a meditation because it seems like meditation. The process, it seems like meditation or very close to meditation, you can say. But Tratak is a Kriya. Here, your tears is the medium to clean your eyes. We are cleaning the eyes with the help of the tears or old tears. Because it is said, it is not like medically proven, but it is said that there are some toxins or some stress hormones get released when our only released when our tears fall down. And that is the reason जब बचपन में कुछ होता था, एक थप्पड़ पड़ता था, रोना आता था, सब निकल जाता था, मम्मी के ऊपर का गुस्सा वैसा सब. Even now, when we become mature, sometimes when we are under like very sad state or some state where once कोई क्या बोलता है, रो दे अभी, ठीक लगेगा थोड़ा सा, मन हल्का हो जाएगा, बोला जाता है ना, रो दे अभी, मन हल्का हो जाएगा. That is one of the benefit, emotional benefit. It helps you to get rid of your negative emotions which are giving a lot of stress or sadness or making you down energetically. As I said, it is very helpful to improve the eyesight and vision issues. One of uh, like one of with my personal experience, my own daughter was suffering with not suffering, she was having the vision issue. We were taking the all the treatments uh, which are in the modern science, but it was not helping. From the since the age of 3 up to 10, the condition was changed. Of course, then with some alternative, I am not saying only with startup, but with alternative medicine, alternative therapies. When we started during the lockdown, we get the chance to make her sit in front of me to do Tratak. With the help of Tratak, after the 7 years of the treatment, all the treatment, the condition was same. In fact, it was becoming worse enough. It was going down. It was not improving. But with the help of Tratak, within 2-3 months, she improved a lot. Of course, the other therapies also help, but Tratak also helps her to get rid of that lazy eye, it is said in a common layman's language. And she has a very powerful, high power specs, something maybe 5.6, 6.6, something like that. Within 2-3 months, that comes to 0. That much effective it is. I'm telling this with my personal experience. Some people are having the experience that with the help of Tratak, they got Vedak Drushti. Vedak means very interesting, intense vision that attracts the people, that becomes a magnetic eyesight. And one can understand what thought process is going on in the other's mind. This is with experience, people say, even it is written in some text. If we can't see, don't go for that also, but some this Shuddhi Kriya practices, benefits you can, for that you can do Tratak. That is all about the Tratak. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, and demonstrators for the most direct, simplest, and very immediately effective practice, Shuddhi Kriya. So, Ami Niranjanananda of Bihar Yoga School says, with the practice of Trataka, I develop some magnetic quality by which anyone can get hypnotized. And any type of Siddhi can be achieved with the regular and proper practice of Trataka Shuddhi Kriya. So after Neti Trataka, we are going to witness the most fascinating and eye-catching Shuddhi Kriya, named as Nauli, which cleanses the abdominal area or the abdominal organs. To conduct this Nauli session in detail, I request Ashwini Dharak Madam from Dadar YTT, a very enthusiastic madam.
Thank you, Neha madam. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, Ashwini madam.
Good morning. In Hatha Yoga, there are 6 kriyas mentioned for cleansing process, as you know, cleansing of your body. Out of them, Nauli Kriya is being one of the most important kriya. It is rated most effective for the body cleansing process. Nauli means muscles of the abdominal wall, and the Nauli Kriya means to project the abdominal muscles and manipulate it. Okay. So I request my demonstrator on the stage. In Nauli Kriya, abdominal muscles are projected and manipulated. Nauli Kriya is also named as Nauliki Kriya. Now I am audible? Okay. Udyan Bandha and Tadagi Mudra are the leading practices for the Navli Kriya. As you know, you all are learned Tadagi Mudra. So now Udyan Bandha and Tadagi Mudra is the leading practices. First, we'll see the Dandasanastha Sulabha Udyan Bandha.
ऑनलाईनच करण्याचं कळलं ना माझं झालंय सगळं
So keep your both the hands on your waist.
त्यावेळी जायचं
For Udyan Bandha, breathe in fully. Breathe out completely. Relax your abdomen. Expand your chest and do mock inhalation. Mock inhalation means you have to act that if you are inhaling, but you are not inhaling, you are just doing the action. That is mock inhalation. Jut mut ka saans le. Okay. This is Dandasanastha Sulabha Udyan Bandha. Now, this is easy diaphragm lock pose in standing position. Next is Ardhavritta Dandasanastha Udyan Bandha. That is the diaphragm lock in standard torso curved position. Again, breathe in fully. Breathe out completely. Relax your abdomen and do mock inhalation. While coming out of the Udyan Bandha, first you have to down your chest and then do inhalation. So your abdomen will automatically come out. Okay. Next is Madhya Navli. Means projection of your recti muscles in a center. Okay. So again, first attain Udyan Bandha. One should master Udyan Bandha for Navli. So practice Udyan Bandha regularly. For Madhya Navli, increase the pressure of your both the hands on your thigh. So it will project Madhya Navli. Okay. Moving ahead, Dakshina Navli. Dakshina Navli means right hand side Navli. So again, practice Udyan Bandha, maintain it as per your capacity, everybody while doing practice. Now increase the pressure of your right hand on your right thigh and reduce the pressure of your left hand. It will project Dakshina Navli. Next is Vava Navli. Again, after attaining Udyan Bandha, now increase the pressure of your left hand on your left thigh and reduce the pressure of your right hand. Will project Vama Navli. The functional efficiency of stomach, liver, kidney, intestine, and bladder increase by doing Navli Kriya. Now, Navli Sanchalan. Left-right movement of the legs like marching soldiers. As you know, they are walking like left, right. Same procedure with Navli Kriya. Again, Udyan Bandha. You can see these demonstrators are practicing Dakshina and Vama Navli one after the other. Dakshina and Vama Navli. Now even girls can do Navli, you can see. Next is Navli Chalan, churning of your recti muscle. Okay. So first attain. Okay. Sorry. First attain Udyan Bandha, then Dakshina Navli, Madhya Navli, Vama Navli, again Madhya Navli, Dakshina Navli, and Udyan. One after other. Navli Chalan is performed clockwise and anti-clockwise. Now you can see anti-clockwise. So again Udyan Bandha and Madhya Navli, Dakshina Navli, Vama Navli, Madhya Navli, Dakshina Navli, and Udyan. Practice of Navli Kriya is an excellent remedy for indigestion, constipation, and gas trouble. Now, one has the capacity to do Navli Chalan in one breath 3 or 4 times. Now we can see in one time they can perform 3 times clockwise, and at the same breath they have performed anti-clockwise. So now see Navli Chalan, clockwise and anti-clockwise, continuous rotation of your recti muscle. Navli can be usually practiced as therapeutic measure and conditions such as asthma. I find my demonstrator, Virgadas Kavankar, Ashish sir, Das sir. By practicing, your abdominal muscles are become strong and flexible. So your digestion system will improve properly, and working functional capacity of digestive system is working properly. So the practice of Udyan Bandha and Navli is called Vruddhopi Tarunayate or Mrityu Masanga Kesari. Because of your digestion system, it work properly. So your life becomes longer than normal your life. So it is called Mrityu Masanga Kesari or Vruddhopi Tarunayate. Okay. The recti muscle are straightened and excess fat of the abdominal muscles are reduced by doing Navli Kriya. So this is all about Navli Kriya. I thank my demonstrator and thank you all of you.
Thank you, Ashwini Madam and the demonstrator for a very wonderful and inspiring session of Navli demonstration. Friends, in Hatha Ratnavali, one of the texts of Hatha Yoga, Navli is termed as the crown of the Hatha Yogic practices. It gives many benefits in shorter time. It is said that with the regular practice of Navli, your abdomen becomes so thin, so flat that one can count the number of bones in your vertebral column. सामने से vertebral column के bones हम count कर सकते हैं, इतना पेट पतला हो जाता है. Good for legs. So after this Banguni Navli comes the most popular Shuddhi Kriya named as Kapalbhati, but wrongly pronounced as Kapal Bharati and wrongly considered or referred as Pranaya. So what actually Kapal Bharati is, let us know by our teacher, a senior teacher from Vashi YTTC and also Joint Secretary of Yoga Vidya Niketan, Shri Pradeep Gunkar sir.
Good morning, everybody. So we are going to learn about the Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is 6 Kriya. Dhauti, Bhati, Neti, Trataka, Navli, and Kapalbhati. Chaitan, Chatkarmani, Samachar. So Kapalbhati Kriya is generally practiced with the air and the water in 2 times. And it is not a pranayama, it is a Shuddhi Kriya. So with the air, we can learn with the air how, and with the water, it is not more information given in Hatha. But in Gheranda Sita, they have given the more information about the Jalakram. In what with the air, it is called as the Vatakram Kapalbhati. And if you practice with the water, it is called as the Jalakram Kapalbhati. In Jalakram Kapalbhati, there are 2 types. One is Shikram, second is Virkram. Okay. So first we'll see Vatakram Kapalbhati. How to practice Vatakram Kapalbhati. Vatakram Kapal means forehead. Bhati means brightening. Forehead brightening. चेहरे पे चमक आ जाती है कपालभाति करने से. बाद में मैं बताता हूँ कैसा. तो So Kapalbhati, how to practice this Kapalbhati? Kapalbhati should be, Vatakam Kapalbhati should be practiced in Padmasana. First I will tell you, then I will call on demonstration. See, Padmasana is a ideal posture for resting. But you can practice it with other also Siddhasana or any other practice. Spine should be erect as usual, chin parallel to the ground and all. And inhalation after. Okay. I call upon demonstrators. The Padmasana is the perfect case. Sit in Padmasana. Now, inhalation is there. You know? Normal breathing is good. And in inhalation, after inhalation, there are more inhalation should be there. And expand your chest and fix the chest like that. Shoulders up. Now, when you breathe in, abdominal breathing will go on. Your chest is fixed. Okay, shoulder is fixed. So breathing will be abdominal breathing. Now what you have to do, you have to, there is a contraction of abdomen. Forcibly exhale. After exhalation, relax your abdomen. Keeping the chest position same, then air will go inside naturally. Again, suddenly contract the abdomen and forcibly exhale. Okay. So what happens? Forcibly exhalation and passive inhalation is the Kapalabhati. Keeping the chest fixed. Okay. So now this is the what happens exactly. Relax, sir. What happens exactly? I'll tell you. When you inhale in air, and when you exhale out, what happens? Air goes through the, when your diaphragm goes up, air goes through the throat, through the nasal region. Okay? Throat is a little bit bigger. Nasal region is smaller one. So around the nasal region, what are there? There are the sinuses. 8 sinuses are there. So what happens when you exhale out by sudden contraction of abdomen? Forcibly air goes outside. So while going through the nasal region, it goes through the sinuses. And dirt in the sinuses or some dust particles in the sinuses come out with the air. Okay? That's why sinuses get clean. If sinuses get clean, so sinus ka problem can. Yeah. So what sinuses say? There are the some nerve end in the sinuses. So if sinuses are clean, naturally blood circulation and everything in the facial region is a natural glow will be there. Okay. What again you have to do what? Again relax your abdomen, contract it, forcibly, and this kriya you have to expect. Okay, like that. Now inhale fully, expand your chest, shoulders fixed, and by sudden contraction, start giving Kapalabhati source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Now go on this. What happens? Standard measure is 1 minute. In 1 minute, you have to practice 120 to 150 strokes. That is a standard measure. See, our YVN 1 teacher, Nil Bhujwal, his name is recorded in Ilipka book. He made a 5,015 strokes in 20 minutes. Kapalbhati. And his name is recorded in Ilipka book. So this is the practice. Relax, sir. Now, what happens is, this is the Vikram Vatakram Kapalbhati. It is a very, very effective Kapalbhati, and it is, for very good for contraindication. I'm telling you, if you have got any nasal problem, throat problem, any abdominal problem, yeah, then you have to avoid. Any heart or hypertension problem, you have to do it under the expert guidance. Okay. Now, benefits. Benefits of this asana more and more and more. See, benefits are, first is your breathing capacity increase, sinus is clear. Okay. Then your abdominal cavity, diaphragm flexible हो जाता है. Then your in abdomen, you get a very good massage to the abdominal part. And what happens when you exhale out completely, as you know, the lower abdomen is you're contracting. So what anus muscles also get contracted. Okay. So force of air goes very speedily. Yeah. So what happens? All the organs in abdominal cavity get activated. Blood circulation is enhanced in abdominal cavity. So digestive system, excretory system, constipation problem, both are a benefit. And most benefit problem is your brightening of the Kapalbhati. तेज आता है, चेहरे पे तेज आता है. So this is about the Vatakram Kapalbhati. Okay. Now we'll practice about the Jalakram Kapalbhati. Jalakram Kapalbhati. It is in two. Thank you, Demotra. Two types. One is Sikram. Sikram means from taking the water from the mouth and throwing it out through the nose. So I call upon demonstrator. These are the very simple Kriya. It looks to difficult, but very, very simple. Only your mind should be relaxed. डरना मना है, डरने का नहीं. डर गए ना तो कुछ भी क्रिया नहीं आएगा. Yes, now you have to stand for Shikram Kapalbhati. You know, standing position में वॉश बेसिन के सामने कर सकते हैं आप. पैर में अंदर रिलैक्स पोजिशन, माउथ फुल वाटर लीजिए. माउथ में पूरा वाटर, सलाइन वाटर, सॉल्ट वाटर. माउथ फुल वाटर लीजिए, chin ऊपर. Okay. Now inhale, chin ऊपर के inhalation through the nose, and while exhaling, contracting nasopharyngeal cavity, exhale out completely. So while exhaling, sound is produced. So because of that, this Kriya is called as a Sikram. Okay. See, Sawan sir is the expert in that. Sawan sir का वो तो क्या है? Waterfall जैसा पानी आता है. Okay. This is the Sikram. और अगर तुम रुक गए ना तो फिर से नेक को ऊपर करने का, अगेन टेक इट डाउन. Only one thing is there, your mind should be relaxed. Your shoulder muscle should be relaxed. Your neck muscle should be relaxed. And easily exhale. That is the most important thing in Kapalbhati. Now for Vikram Kapalbhati, take glass full water, saline water, chin upward, both the nostrils, dip in the water, chin upward, and just like a straw, you are sucking the water, like the nasal cavity, suck the water and keep your tongue on the hard palate and put the water, not to allow to, hello, should be contracted, not allow water to go into the esophagus. And when it comes to the mouth, you have to create the negative pressure in the mouth and store the water and flow it out. Yes, very simple, Kriya. I'm not going to tell you the probable mistake in that. Thank you, demonstrators. So now, one thing I would like to tell you. See, I was taking practices, Shuddhi practices with our Guruji. I was lucky to have taking practices with the Guruji. So Guruji used to tell always when you start the class, now you have joined the Shuddhi Kriya class. Now forget about the beauty parlor. Your skin will have a natural glow. Yeah. So that was Guruji said. And benefit of these Kriya, Vikram and Chitram, same as Jalani, you have learned. Yeah. Okay. And now most important thing now I would like to tell, if you go on practicing Kapalbhati Kriya, yeah. So as I told you, natural glow will be there. Barabar. If you go on practicing continuously Kapalbhati Kriya, after 6 months or 1 year, yeah, everyone in your relative, in your office, in your friend circle, everybody will ask you, yeah, what beauty cream you are applying to your face. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gurkar sir and the demonstrators for this explaining this yogic beauty parlor. For shining of the face, we may not go, but for haircut, eyebrows, we should go. Beauty parlor. So मैं और या टीचर कोई दिखेगा पार्लर पे तो बोलना नहीं, टीचर होकर भी पार्लर कैसे आ? Sir said about the shining of your face, but in Hiranya Samhita, the Kapalbhati is also referred as Bhala Bhati. Bhala is your forehead. Bhati is brightening. Forehead brightening is not only the shining of your forehead, but the part of your brain. Forebrain is just behind your Kapal, ya Bhala. With regular practice of Kapalbhati, with improved blood circulation, with improved functional capacity of your frontal lobe of the brain, which contains the higher centers like your intelligence, your memory. So there will be a shining of your intelligence and you can sharpen your memory. This is the another benefit of Kapalbhati. That's why the name, I think, Kapalbhati has been rightly given to this practice. After cleansing the few upper body parts like forehead, eyes, nasal passages, let us directly move downward of the body to clean the anus region or the colon. Name of the practice is Basti Kriya. Now let us call on my very respected Ujjwala Karambekar madam from Dadar YTTC to explain why and how one should keep the colon clean. She is also the social activist in the society.
Thank you, Neha. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, friends, I am now going to talk about Basti Kriya in detail. Among all Shatkarmas,
Dhoti, Neti, Basti, Krataka, Nauli, and Kapalabhati. Basti is considered as a queen. Among all Ayurveda Panchakarma, Vamana Virechana, Basti, Nasya, and Rakta Mokshana, Basti is considered as Panchakarmansa Meru Mani. Why it is so? Because Basti cleans the bowels and reduces Vata dosha. Very, very important. Basti reduces Vata dosha, which is ultimately balances Kapha and Pitta. We all know that Kapha, Pitta, and Vata are three doshas present in our body. Among all these three, Vata dosha is dominating in nature. You can say the leader. It controls even Kapha and Pitta. So, it can imbalance Kapha and Pitta. So, it is very, very important to reduce Vata dosha in our body. And for that, Basti Kriya helps us a lot. Now, what does exactly Basti do? Basti cleans our bowels. Basti cleans our colon, cleans our large intestine. In Marathi, we say kotha. You must have heard many people saying, "Aajkal kotha saaf hot nahi नीट." So, Basti does all these things. It cleans bowels or colon or large intestine or kotha, you can say. Friends, in Ayurveda Panchakarma, Basti is recommended. In Shatkarma also, Basti is recommended in Yoga Shastra. And in modern medical science, enema is given. You must have heard about enema, right? You know. So, in case of enema and Panchakarma Basti, water is forced to enter into the colon or large intestine through anus with the help of external positive pressure. Whereas in this Shatkarma Basti, or we can say Yogic Basti, one has to take water in the colon or large intestine through anus by performing some of the yogic practices such as Ashwini Kriya, Uddiyan, Madhya Nauli, and Nauli Chalana. Before some time we have observed all this, right? So, one has to have mastery over all these Kriya, all these yogic practices to perform Basti Kriya. So, there are two types of Basti, Jala Basti and Sthala Basti. Jala Basti, where water is used as a cleansing agent, and Sthala Basti, where air is used as a cleansing agent. So, let us first see Jala Basti, understand how it is performed. So, Jalabasti also can be performed in two ways. One is Jalabasti with using Basti tube, and second Jalabasti without Basti tube. So, let us understand how it is exactly done. I will call upon stage the demonstrator and our beloved sir Ashish Jana. Ashish, please show us the Basti tube. See, this is the tube. One end is open hollow tube. One end is the taper end. The hole is there. Diameter is 6 to 8 millimeter approximately. Now, this Basti Kriya has to be performed in Utkatasana. So, let us see how to go into Utkatasana. Stand straight with comfortable distance between the feet, 10 to 12 inches. Both the hands in the line of shoulder in front of you, parallel to the floor. Now fold your legs and knees and slowly sit down on your toes. Both the hands will be on thighs near knees. So this is Utkatasana.
You have to first, one has to practice to maintain Utkatasana for long time for Basti Kriya. Yes, Ashish, you can release the answer, stand up. Now let us understand how to go for Basti Kriya. He will show just the dramatization here because it is not possible to do right now. So, first step is we will understand the material required for that. One is Basti tube. The second is large tub, half filled with water. Then little edible oil or castor oil, one napkin, and a tissue paper or normal paper with paper. This is the material required. Now first, apply the castor oil or edible oil to the taper end of the tube and hold it in the right hand, both the fingers, index and thumb. Now, next step is one has to enter the tub, which is half filled with normal water or saline water, whatever is comfortable, you can use. Enter into the tub with clean feet. Understand? Now, go into Utkatasana, perform Utkatasana in that there only. Now, place the taper end of the Basti tube at the mouth of the anus and let the other end will immerse into the water. That is open end, right? Okay, thank you, Ajay. After this, one has to practice. It's not completed. After this, to put the Basti tube inside the colon, up to the colon through anus, we have to perform Ashwini Kriya. That is contraction and relaxation of anal sphincter muscle. That is anus. Actually, we have contracted anus in which practice? Already we learned and practiced. Moolabandha, correct. So we have applied Moolabandha by contracting our anus. Similarly, here you have to contract, then relax. At the time of relaxation, push the tube little inside, again contract, relax, insert the tube, again forward, contract, relax. So you have to do this few times. 4 inches of Basti tube should go inside the colon. Once it's done, release the hand, both the hands again on the thighs near knees. The other end of the Basti tube is in the water. So here now one has to perform Uddiyam, then Madhya Navli and Navli Chalan. So as the negative pressure will be created in the chest and the other cavities of the abdomen, water will automatically suck it in with this Kriya. So do according to your capacity. Then stop doing Navli Chalan. Close the open end of the tube with thumb or middle finger, whatever comfortable, and take your chest down. Breathe normally. This is one round. Again, release the finger on that tube. Uddiyam, Madhya Navli, Navli Chalana. With negative pressure, again the water will suck in. So 3 to 4 times at least one has to perform this to go, water will go in sufficient amount, sufficient quantity inside. Okay, once it is done, you may feel the urge of defecation. So hold it, slowly remove the Basti tube and place it on the paper, which I have already told you in the material, paper or tissue paper. Then stand up in the tub, come out of the tub, hold your urge of defecation for some time, and here you have to perform Uddiyam, Madhya Navli and Navli Chalana in bending position, half bending position. What will happen then? The water will move up to the large intestines, last part, that is cecum. So all the remaining of or feces will be washed out and cleaned out because of this. Then stop doing Navli Chalan, stand, take your chest down, and now you can go to the toilet and do the needful. So one has to perform this till the clean water, feces-free water comes out. Okay. Now after that, do Chaitanyasana, and after 20 to 30 minutes, one can eat light food that is very, very easy to digest, khichdi. Okay. So this was Jala Basti with Basti tube. Now let us see without Basti tube. So the material required is tub half filled with water, normal or saline, then one napkin. Now enter into the tub, sit in Utkatasana. Now while sitting, see that the anus will be immersed into the water because there is no tube now. Now here one has to perform Uddiyam, then Madhya Navli, protrude Madhya Navli, and in that state do Ashwini Kriya, that is contraction and relaxation of anal sphincter muscle, that is anus, right? So do this several times, 10-15 times, so that the sufficient amount of water will go in the colon. Now again, there will be urge of defecation, stand up, come out of the tub, and then go to the toilet and do the needful. So this is Jala Basti without using the Basti tube. Now the precautions which one has to take, that is important, is hygiene. Maintain the hygiene. Then the water, use body temperature water, not hot, not cold. The water should be of your body temperature, and hygiene of feet should be maintained. The contraindications, who cannot perform this Kriya? The people suffering from diarrhea, dysentery, colitis, or any other irregularity or disorder of stomach should avoid the Kriya. Also, the people suffering from piles, fissures, fistula, or hypertension should avoid the Kriya or perform under the expert guidance. So now we will see the another type, that is which Basti? Sthala Basti. We have seen Jala, now Sthala Basti. In Sthala Basti, air is used as a cleansing agent. Sthala Basti is also called as Vatakarma Basti or Shushka Basti. It can be performed in Paschimottanasana, Pavanamuktasana, or Ardha Viparita Karani Mudra. For Sthala Basti also, one has to have the mastery over all this Kriya and all this asana. Now, let us see the benefits of Basti Kriya. Basti Kriya reduces Vata dosha, which ultimately balances Kapha and Pitta. It reduces constipation. In some cases, it can cure also the constipation. The nerves which are involved in the excretory process get strengthened, and also their functioning improves. The blood circulation in large intestine improves. It is a very preventive, good preventive nature for piles, fissures, and fistula. And the last one is Basti gives us very light and pleasurable feeling afterwards. So this is all about Basti Kriya. Basti Kriya is recommended in Yoga Shastra to clean the bowels, to clean the large intestine, which gives us the feeling or experience Prasanna Atmendriya Manaha. At all levels, body, mind, and soul, we feel prasannata, pleasure, and cheerfulness by doing this Kriya. Thank you very much. This was Basti Kriya. Thank you for patient listening. Thank you. Thank you, madam. And Jana sir for explaining the Basti Kriya, the yogic enigma in detail. In Kerala Samhita, this Basti Kriya, by practicing Basti Kriya, it is claimed that our body becomes so very beautiful that of like calm lake. So that is the benefit of Basti Kriya. Friends, our body is made up of Panchatattva. You know that, everyone. And are you noticing that we are using these Panchatattvas to clean the body? Okay. So now tell me in Tratak which tattva we use to clean the eyes? Fire tattva, Jala tattva. Anyone? Agni tattva. In Tratak. Tratak is cleansing your eyes. What tattva we use?
Agni, ma'am.
Jala tattva.
Jala tattva hoga.
Okay, now comes the time to witness the king of Shuddhi Kriya, that is Dhauti Kriya. In our next and last segment, let us see what are the Dhauti Kriya, what is the Shuddhi Kriya, what are its subcategories, what mediums we are using, and what are the benefits of this Dhauti Kriya. To explain this Master Kriya, I call on the mic, the Master Blaster of YVN, that is none other than the Chairman of Yoga Vidya Niketan, Sri Mansinkar sir, who is the organizer of Dadar YTTC and also the coordinator of Vashi Global and Dadar YTTC. Sir, bat and pitch is yours. Sorry, mic and stage is yours.
Thank you, Neha madam. Friends, we are sitting since 8 o'clock. So, although all the demonstrations are very spectacular, I am sure that you must be a little bit tired. So, I request you to just stand up there and there only, wherever you are standing, so that you get little relaxed. And just raise your hand and just raise your heels also, so that and slowly come down. Maybe once again. And slowly come down and then sit. So that for the next half an hour or 40 minutes, you are with me. Please be seated. Good morning, friends. Now let us discuss the last one, but not the least one, because Dhauti is the biggest group of all the 6 principal Kriyas. If you refer page number 47 and 48 of your Yogic Science Manual, where the Shuddhi Kriya chart is given, you will appreciate that almost 2/3 of all the Shuddhi Kriyas, they come from Dhauti Kriya. The literal meaning of Dhauti is to wash and clean. So in a way, we can call all the Shuddhi Kriyas Dhauti because they wash our body internally and clean our body internally. However, the Shuddhi Kriyas are named after their respective effect on the particular system. For example, Neti is for cleansing of respiratory tract, then the Tatak is for cleansing of eyes, and the Kapalabhati is for cleansing of sinuses. Similarly, Dhauti is for cleansing of entire alimentary canal. So you can understand that the scope and the field of action of Dhauti Kriya is very vast. Entire digestive and excretory system comes under the ambit of Dhauti Kriya, from mouth to the anus. And according to the respective effect on particular area of the alimentary canal, Dhauti is divided into 5 subcategories known as Danta Dhauti, Rid Dhauti, Antar Dhauti, Mula Shodhan or Ganesh Kriya, and Prakshalan Kriya. So these are the 5 categories, and they are further subdivided into number of Kriyas according to different traditions, different school of thoughts, different purposes and use, and so on. So let us see one by one all those Kriyas. We begin with Danta Dhauti. I request demonstrators of Danta Dhauti to come on the dais. The literal meaning of Danta Dhauti can be cleansing of teeth. However, as per Hatha Yoga, cleansing of oral cavities and important sensory organ, that comes under Danta Dhauti. And it is bifurcated into 4. Traditionally, it is bifurcated into 4 kriyas. Danta Mula Dhauti, that is for cleansing of gums and the teeth. Danta Mula Dhauti one has to perform. So for Danta Mula Dhauti, one can use the right hand, index finger and the middle finger after you brush your teeth in the morning as a daily rituals. Then you can perform this kriya. You can gently massage the gums and the teeth. When you are massaging the upper gums and the teeth, then in the downward direction you can make the movement. In Heranda Samhita, it is prescribed to use the extract of one herb known as khadir, or what we call katha in our colloquial language, Hindi language. So that is how you can apply it just like a paste, and then you can do the gentle massaging. Then for the down jaw, lower jaw, you can do it in the upward direction, starting from the root of the gums and then coming towards the tip of the teeth, keeping conveniently, as per your convenience, index finger in or out. Regular practice of the Mula Dhauti, it prevents the bleeding gums or what we call pyorrhea. Then comes Jiva Mula Dhauti. Jiva Mula is tongue, and root of the tongue is cleansed in this type of Dhauti Kriya. So middle 3 fingers are used, just sitting in front of or bending in front of the wash basin after the morning rituals like brushing the teeth. You can do this. Open the mouth, take out the tongue, and just massage the top surface of the tongue with the 3 fingers along with the root of the tongue. Then you can do the milking action with the help of 2 hands. You can get the hands washed. And then using index finger and middle finger on the top of the tongue on both the sides and thumb below the tongue, then you can just do the action that of milking the cow, dohana what we call, and slowly and gently the sides of the tongue, they are cleaned and massaged in this particular way. And then the third way is to catch hold the tip of the tongue in the tongue of the index finger and the thumb and just stretch it down a little and relax it. Do it 3 to 4 times. So these all 3 together is called Jiva Mula Dhauti. It eliminates the bad breath and it stimulates the taste buds and the nerves which are attached to the tongue. And here the majority is the female. So whatever the food that you prepare, that will be more delicious after doing this kriya. So one should not only restrict it to yourself, but you can teach it to your family members after doing this. Then comes Kapalarandhra Dhauti. Kapalarandhra is the opening near the soft palate which connects the throat to the upper respiratory tract. One may sit in this type of position, which we can call it Hanumantasan, or one may stand little bit bending in front of the wash basin and making a feast of 4 fingers and keeping thumb apart, open the mouth and then take your thumb towards that Kapalarandhra which is there. If you just take your hand, thumb towards the mouth, you will feel there is a aperture, small hole. There you need to give the massage, maybe initially in the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction, then to and fro direction, and up and down. You can just press a little that aperture And when you take out the thumb, then you will find some sticky substance which has come out, then that you can spit it out. So regular practice of this Kapalarandhra Dhauti reduces snoring, and thereafter it also eliminates the chances of developing obstructive sleep apnea, which is very dreadful disease. And last in this category is Karnarandhra Dhauti, cleansing the external ears. It is said that for cleansing of the internal ears, the nature has taken care. So for cleansing external ears, one need to just put the index finger into the respective ear and rotate it clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. This we do many times after the bath with the help of our towel, but this is to be done deliberately as a Shuddhi Kriya. It is said that by regular practice of Karnarandhra Dhauti, even the smallest audible sound can be heard by the practitioner. So these are 4 Kriyas, traditional Kriyas of Danta Dhauti, although they are not just related to the teeth, but oral cavity and important sensory organs. One care one should always take, especially the ladies, that while performing these kriyas, one should trim their nails properly and file it, because otherwise it is going to, if you have habit of or passion of growing the nails, then probably it will hurt your inner membrane, delicate inner membrane. So that care one should take. Traditionally, only those 4 kriyas are there in Danta Dhauti. However, Yoga Vidya Niketan, our Nimbalkar sir, Parab sir, they have developed number of simple cleansing processes like this. They are simple yet most beneficial and health promoting. And it was our Guruji's dream that it should go to every household. And that is why there will be a separate lecture for all the simple yogic kriyas. And maybe next Sunday or the Sunday thereafter, we'll have that lecture. So till then, this is all about Danta Dhauti. We'll move to the next category, that is Rid Dhauti. That is the second group of Dhauti Kriya. Generally, there is a common notion that Rid means heart, Hriday. We understand. However, in Sanskrit, the another meaning of Rid is stomach. So in Rid Dhauti type Kriyas, the alimentary canal up to the stomach is cleaned with the help of different mediums. And depending upon the mediums or the technique used, these Rid Dhauti Kriyas are divided into 5 Shuddhi Kriyas known as Vastra Dhauti, Danda Dhauti, Vamana Dhauti, Vyagra Karani, and Gaja Karani. So that one by one we'll see. I'll call upon my demonstrators of Vastra Dhauti to come on the dais. Vastra Dhauti is also known as Vasa Dhauti, and with the help of the strip of muslin cloth, one will clean the alimentary canal up to the stomach. The Vastra is around 4 inches wide, and the standard length in different texts is given different. However, let us consider the standard length. What is mentioned in Hatha Pradipika is Panchadasha Hastani, that is 15 cubits, that is 22 feet Vastra that Golkar sir is using. He'll just open it and he'll show you that around 22 feet by 4 inches wide. This is muslin cloth which is sterilized properly before the use. Here the sterilization is by all medical standards, that is keeping into the boiling water for minimum 10 minutes. You can sterilize it. Thereafter, you can dry it properly, and then it is just rolled into a small roll. You can see, Golkar sir, you don't fall on the other side because the stage might be, yeah. So this is 22 feet Vastra. So there is no jugglery. He will be taking it, and for you people, we have kept the standard 11 feet. So for you, the Vastra that is provided to you is 11 feet in length. So 11 feet, 22 feet, and in the multiples of 11 feet, that is some stalwarts, they do Vastra Dhauti with 33 feet Vastra also. So this is to be soaked into the lukewarm saline water. And yes, have you soaked it, all of you? And thereafter you can take the tip of Vastra into your index and middle finger and then start gulping. Keep the end to the root of the tongue and one need to start gulping. I can see astonishment on your faces, isn't it? Because you know that this is nothing, this is not a, you may think that this is not a cup of my tea, but I can tell you that it is as easy as they are seem to be. So one who can eat rice, one who can gulp chapati, can gulp Vastra also. Is there anyone who is not able to gulp chapati here? Please raise the hand. No one. So you can also do Vastra Dhoti with that ease, but definitely initially in the starting phase, you will have vomiting sensation because this is a foreign matter. We never eat Vastra, isn't it? So body takes it as a foreign matter and tries to throw it out in the form of vomiting. So we have to defeat that vomiting sensation. So we have to very slowly do Vastra Dhauti. Maybe we start with couple of inches, 4 inches, and try to keep it there itself. Try that the body gets used to it. If you have a strong willpower that yes, I will do it, then if you have self-confidence that yes, Golkar sir can do, why I cannot do? If you have synchronization between your body and mind, which our Guruji used to call wisdom of the body, and of course, regular practice is necessary. Just by having willpower or self-confidence, you cannot do that. Every day, regularly, if you practice, then this will not be like something which is Rukha Sukha Vastra, but it will be, you will be having it with an ease. The body will be tamed in such a way that as if you are eating something like Italian spaghetti or Hakka noodles, something like that, which you really like. With the same ease, you will be able to take that. And within no time, maybe within 4 to 5 minutes, this Vastra will go into the stomach. Now, if there is a vomiting sensation, what we need to do, we need to stop gulping. We stop there and there, have a deep breathing for some time. Or I'll suggest if you are doing at home, you may do whatever you like reading newspaper, listening to the music, watching TV. The point is that you should distract your mind from the throat and take it somewhere outside so that your mind is not, continuously thinking about that Vastra. And when it is diverted, your body will be tamed, and then within 5-10 minutes, your Vastra will go in. Vastra, when it goes into the stomach, it starts churning. Rather, not Vastra, anything you eat, it starts churning, and the excess kapha and the pitta, which is stuck to the inner walls of the stomach, gets soaked by this Vastra. And then when you will be removing it, that kapha, excess kapha, pitta, and acid will come out, and you will feel better. You will feel cleansing. So that is why one who is suffering from hyperacidity will be getting immediate relief. However, this Vastra Dhauti is more beneficial for person who is having hypoacidity. Because what happens, because of the more secretion of kapha and pitta, the pores or the openings which are opening into the stomach, which are carrying the digestive juices, they get clogged because of the excess kapha and pitta. That because that excess kapha and pitta is soaked by the Vastra, that pores get open and enough digestive juice in the balance, you can say balance secretion of the digestive juice is reaching to the stomach, and the digestion is very improved. Now I'll request them to sit at the back, and the Heran Samhita claims that 20 type of disorders that arises out of flame that can be cured by only doing Vastra Dhoti. We have limited time, so let them do their breakfast, because the kriyas are to be performed on the empty stomach, and they are all my demonstrators, they didn't have breakfast, so they are having breakfast. Let us consider. So let them have their breakfast. In the meanwhile, let us see the another kriya, that is Danda Dhoti. So I call upon the demonstrators of Danda Dhoti on the dais. This Danda is a rubber tube or stomach tube or flatus tube, we can say. This is used in the hospitals. It is a medical equipment used for feeding the patient who cannot gulp, or those who have consumed poison, to remove poison from the body, to wash the stomach. This is used. But in the hospital, the water boy forces it into the gullet. But here we will be learning the technique of taking it by our own. Now this tube is having two ends, and one end is little bit smoothen, and that smoothen end has extra hole, additional hole. You can see, those who have got the Kriya kit, they must have seen it. So there is an extra hole, so that by chance a food particle obstructs the flow of water by blocking one hole, then the water can come out and the Kriya can be performed through the other hole. That is why that extra hole is there. Now one has to gulp Danda first. So just wet it. Initially, when you are learning, you can apply little ghee or apply little honey so that it is acceptable to your palate. Then that smoothen end you can just curve towards the root of the tongue, and then place it at the root of the tongue, and then start gulping. Earlier I said that in Vastra Dhoti you have to restrain the vomiting sensation, but here the vomiting sensation is like boon in disguise. Because when vomiting sensation is there, the epiglottis, one lead is there between the food pipe and the throat, that gets opened up, and you can take the chance, mauka deke chauka mara, so वैसे you can just slide your danda little, and after that epiglottis there is no obstruction till the stomach. The danda can go in, and thereafter you can take water through danda by siphonic action. That siphonic action, that you might have seen the mechanic or drivers, they draw petrol from the tank of the motorcycle or car just by inserting the plastic tube and then sucking the air a little, so that the negative pressure is created, and then the flow of petrol comes to the vessel. So here also the same thing is there. They have performed Udyan Bandha, and by performing Udyan Bandha, a negative pressure was created, and the air in the tube was sucked, and thereafter continuous flow of water has started there. You can see automatically they are not sucking the water, but they are drinking the water. The water is going in because of the negative pressure or by the siphonic action. In the olden days, the stem of turmeric or root of the banyan tree or midrib of the banana leaves or the cane, these type of very hard material were used for making danda. So you can just imagine, it was very difficult to sterilize it. Not only difficult, but making it acceptable to your palate was very difficult. So you can understand what rubber has made. It has made really revolution, and it has brought it for ourselves, the common people like us. So this way one has to drink maybe 3 to 4 glasses of water. That water is lukewarm saline water. There are two ways of drinking water, doing this particular kriya. One is, this is the kriya, taking water by siphonic action. It is meant for beginners especially, because once you just overcome the vomiting sensation, control the vomiting sensation, thereafter you can take water. You may be able to take the water. Now here there is another way. That is, you drink water first and then insert danda thereafter. So what happens for the beginner? If you drink sufficient amount of water and then try to insert danda, then there will be vomiting sensation and water will not come through the danda, it will come out in the form of vamana. So that is why for the beginners, whatever we saw first, that is a convenient method, we can say. Here they have already taken water, maybe at the backstage. Here they have taken couple of glasses of water. Now they will be inserting danda. And once you insert danda, once you have enough water, you have to just bend down a little and then the water will come down by the gravity. And similar way, when the water enters the stomach, at that time again the churning starts and the excess kapha and pitta, which is stuck to the inner walls of the stomach, will be dissolved into the water, and this water will be containing a lot of effluents like kapha, excess pitta, excess acid, and it is coming out. If at all, if you feel that the flow is obstructed, then you may just insert and take out, make little bit to and fro movement. So here we can say that, this is just for the sake of fun, for increasing the demonstrative value. They are doing the fountain. And I can tell you, the Yoga Vidya Niketan is capable of beautifying each and every chowk of this Navi Mumbai with the help of like these living flora fountains. So if at all the flow is obstructed, see, then you can just take it in and out a little so that any food particle which is obstructing the flow or cough, if it has stuck to the opening of the danda, then that can be removed and then you can take it out. After taking out danda, one has to again sterilize it before the next time use, but that sterilization will not be according to the medical terminology. So just you dip it once the water starts boiling and take it out. This danda dhauti is alpa shrami or least exertive because the acidic water, it comes out. Have you done all the Vastra people? I am not able to see. Golkar sir has done. Not yet done. So this was danda dhauti is called alpa shrami because the acidic water is not coming out through, it is not touching your esophagus or the food pipe. It is coming through the pipe. It is not coming in contact with the throat, and that is why the burning sensation is not felt, and that is why it is called alpa shrami. Then the food pipe and the wind pipe, they are called Siamese twin, means, they are just separated by a small thin membrane. And in danda dhauti and vastra dhauti, you can see that the entire food pipe is dilated, which is not happening in the normal course. And with the wind pipe, which is just in front of the food pipe, also gets stimulated because of complete dilation of the food pipe, and thereby the dried cup which is stuck to the inner walls of the wind pipe gets loosened up, and thereafter you can throw it out by practicing the Shuddhi Kriya like Kapalabhati. And that is why this danda dhauti and vastra dhauti, they are used as a therapeutic measure for persons suffering from respiratory problems, especially the asthma. So you may wonder that, asthma people can do it. Yes, asthma people can also do it. On the contrary, sir used to conduct workshops for the asthma people by teaching Vaman and danda dhauti. Is it over, sir? Yeah, please come forward. Now they have completed their breakfast. And I ask them to come forward a little. Golkar sir, please. Yes. So I'll request them to do some freehand exercises. Some freehand exercise, anything like jogging, or she is doing like Tada Kriya, she is doing Hastapadasan like Kriya, she is doing like Trikonasana like Kriya. And perform one asana. Actually, this is not prescribed in any of the yogic texts that you, yes, madam, perform any one asana that you are comfortable. This is not prescribed in any of the texts, but I am just trying to emphasize, sir, asana. Gulkar sir, asan, asan. Yeah. Just to emphasize that having 22 feet or 11 feet vastra inside, still they are normal. Rather, they are more normal than us. And to remove vastra is quite easy. Only one thing we have to take care. Whenever we eat something or drink something, that food remains into the stomach. It is stored into the stomach for 2 to 2.5 hours. Considering the factor of safety, we have decided a Lakshman Rekha that within 20 minutes one should complete this Vastra Dhauti. To remove Vastra is quite easy because of the Vastra becomes so sticky because of soaking the excess kapha and pitta. It can be taken out without any resistance. But if there is some resistance, if you feel that some of part has been stuck inside, then don't try to pull it forcibly. Instead, take a couple of sip of water so that whatever that you can say a accumulation of vastra that can again go to the stomach, and then you can very easily take it out. So don't force while taking it out. So this 20 minutes time period is there. Nobody should have any kind of fear. You may think that what will happen if in 20 minutes vastra is not completed. I can tell you that physiologically you should know that if you do not complete vastra in maybe 1.5 hours, then probably the other wall at the end of the stomach, that is known as pyloric wall, gets opened up and vastra may enter into the duodenum. But in Guruji's teaching experience, Guruji is teaching Shuddhi Kriya since 1954. We are in 2024. So in 70 years, not a single case has happened that vastra has entered into the duodenum. So be relaxed. Nothing will happen to you people like that. So this is all about Vastra Dhauti. Now the next Kriya is Vaman Kriya. I call upon my participants of Vamana Dhauti to come on the dais. Everyone experiences Vamana at one time or the other, but that is a defense mechanism. When you eat some stale food, when you eat excess food, or when there is indigestion, at that time, nature takes it out, all those toxins in the form of vomiting. But here it is the self-induced Vaman. Here again, you have to drink a lot of water, stomach full of water up to the throat. It is said that bhojanante pibe dwari cha akantha puriyat sudhi. Cha akantha means till it comes to your throat, one should drink water. This is again lukewarm saline water. Have you done it? No, she is drinking. So this lukewarm saline water, every time what we are describing, how to make that lukewarm saline water. If you take a lukewarm water of maybe glass full of water, now let us see first, then bend down a little and stimulate the root of the tongue. The water will come out. Take your hand out so that it gives a way for water to come out. This is called Vamana Dhauti, self-induced. It is not induced by the nature. So try to understand the benefits that the bad breath eliminates. Then it balances the digestive secretion and it stimulates also the pancreas and liver. So Vamana is a very good therapy for management of diabetes. So this is Vamana Dhauti. There are two types of Vamana Dhauti. Again, this is called Jala Vamana, or doing Vamana using water as a cleansing medium. And another type is Vayu Vamana, that we'll see later. Let them wash their hands. In the meanwhile, what we were discussing, how to make that, prepare that lukewarm saline water. If you take a glass of or around maybe what are you doing? Vayu woman. Vayu woman. Rita madam. If you take a glass of around 200 ml water, lukewarm water, and if you add a pinch of common salt or half teaspoon of salt, then that type of lukewarm saline water is used for Shuddhi Kriyas. Try to understand. Now, other variety of Vamana is Vayu Vamana. So, for Vayu Vamana, I request my demonstrators to take the Adharasan. Rita madam. No need of towel, madam. Take Adharasan. Yeah, on the towel, on the carpet itself. And in Vayu Vamana, as the name suggests, air is used as a cleansing medium. Now, one has to gulp the air. Now, gulping the air and breathing the air, there is a lot of difference. When we breathe the air goes to the lungs. And when you gulp the air is going to go to the stomach. So, make a big shape of your mouth and gulp the air. Gulping, you can just see there is a movement of their Adam's apple so that you can understand the air is going inside the stomach. After 30 to 40 gulping of air, where you can say the breaths, thereafter the stomach will be ballooned up because of the air. At that time, you have to stop gulping the air and then press the stomach, making a positive pressure, and then the burping like action will take place. The air will come out in the form of burps. You can hear also. So this is called Vayu Vamana. The next Kriya is Vyagrakarani Kriya. I call upon the demonstrators of Vyagrakarani to come on the dais. We human beings, we consider ourselves little have superiority complex. We consider ourselves superior to all other human beings. But if you look at the nature, then the other creatures like the cats and all, they are more near to the nature than the human beings. And you might have seen that the cat-like feline animals, when they suffer from indigestion, they eat a particular type of grass and then vomit in a peculiar manner. A similar type of action, which is known as Vyagrakarani or Marjarakarani, we can call it feline action, or in Hindi belt it is known as Bagi Kriya. Again, stomach full of water is to be drunk, and then intermittently the water comes out. Now here, this is extension of Vamana Kriya. After mastering Vamana Kriya, you don't need any stimulation with the fingers. Intermittently, you can open the wall cardiac sphincter, which is at the root of the food pipe, and the epiglottis, which is at the throat level, and the water can come out intermittently. This is called Vyagrakarani. This is nothing but the extended version of, improved version of Vamana Kriya. Then comes Gajakarani, or this is also known as Kunjala Kriya or elephantine action. When you achieve a voluntary control over the cardiac sphincter and the epiglottis, you can perform this Kriya. That is, yes. What happened?
Sorry, sir, somebody got unmuted.
Okay. So this is nothing. Vamana, Vyagrakarani, and Gajakarani. These are all Vamana, but they are extended versions. We can say that they are the 3 stations on one route only. After you master Vamana, you get Vyagrakarani. After you master Vyagrakarani, you get Gajakarani. Sometimes you get the fast train. So after Vamana, immediately you learn Gajakarani also. Where is the other Gaja? Okay, he is drinking the water at the back. He is ready. So here the control is such that without any intermittent flow. You can have a continuous projectile like throwing of water. That is called Gajakarani Kriya. So bending a little backward and then creating a positive pressure on the abdominal walls. Because of the positive pressure, the water comes out with an ease, like two elephants are playing. You may wonder whether you are in Yoga Bhavan or watching Animal Planet. So this is all about the Riddhauti. Okay, sir. Are you performing Gangavatar? Okay. Some actually these are not the traditional kriyas, but they have developed some mastery in these type of kriyas. So they have not stopped just to the traditional Gajakarani kriya, but they have developed certain another skill, further skill, and that is known as Gangavatar. You might have seen the Ganga Maya just appearing from the Jata Jute of Lord Shiva. So similar action against the gravity, just having a control over the water and cardiac sphincter is really difficult. One needs to master it a lot. This is called Gangavataran Kriya, which is variety of Gajakarani only. Generally, we don't show it because this is a teaching session. We should not get bogged down with such demonstrations because this Gangavataran will not be there for the examination. Just for the sake of demonstration, it is there. And Babar sir has developed more skill. You know, he will show you waterfall action. That is Prapata Kriya, we call it. Now you see how continuously the water will fall without any interruption. This requires a lot of practice, control over the cardiac sphincter that is at the base of the food pipe and the epiglottis. Thank you very much, Babar sir. This is all about Riddhauti. The third category is Antar Dhauti. Entire elementary canal is cleaned in this type of Dhauti. And the first Kriya there is Shankha Prakshalan or Varisar. It is a wonderful experience. It is called complete detox that you can do it once in a 6 months. Shankha, as you know, that is a symbol of Lord Shiva, which is used in puja. When we try to clean it and we pour water from one end, the water tumbles to the spiral route and comes out through the other end of the Shankha, isn't it? So similarly, when you drink water, then the water goes to the intestine and it comes out through the anus, and that is why this is called Shankha Prakshalan. So what one needs to do, one need to drink lukewarm saline water, maybe 3 to 4 glasses of lukewarm saline water. And now why lukewarm saline water? Now we have seen lukewarm saline water is to be prepared, but why lukewarm saline water? For 3 reasons. One is warm water will have more cleansing properties. Secondly, when you put salt, it is mild disinfectant, so you will not have any kind of problem inside the stomach. And the third and most important, that when you add salt to the lukewarm water, the osmotic pressure is increased, and thereby the rate of absorption of water into the small intestine gets decreased, and the water remains into the digestive canal for longer period, and the desired cleansing can be achieved. Otherwise, if it is absorbed by the body, then probably the desired cleansing may not be achieved. So that is why lukewarm saline water is used. And generally what happens, those 5 participants, please come forward fast because we are running short of time. When you eat something, as I have said earlier, that it remains into the into the stomach for 2.5 hours to 3 hours. But by some practice, yogic practices like Navli Kriya, which you have seen, or Mayurasan, though you have not learned, but you have learned Purva Hansasan, isn't it? So practices like that, one can reduce that time period from 2.5 hours to 15 minutes. And some of the, or those who cannot get Navli, or those who cannot do Mayurasan, for them, some 5 Shankha Prakshalan promoting Kriyas are there that they will be performing. I request them to perform together for the sake of time. These Kriyas are Kati Vakra Kriya. There at the end, you can see Kati Vakra Kriya. Here on this end, Mistri sir is performing Kati Chakra Kriya. This Medha madam is doing Tiryanka Bhujanga Kriya. Ashish sir is doing Udara Mardana Kriya, and Snehal madam, she is doing Tada Kriya. So these 5 practices, they stimulate the wall which is at the other end of the stomach, which is known as pyloric wall. It gets opened up because of this stimulation, and water enters into the small intestine, the first part, that is duodenum. And thereafter there is no wall, and water goes to the every nook and corner of. That's enough, madam. Everyone, you can stop. So you need to drink 3 to 4 glasses of lukewarm saline water. Practice either Navli Mayurasan or the set of these 5 practices. After 10-15 minutes, you will have an urge of defecation. At that time, you need to go and just attend the nature's call. Initially, there will be a solid purging, solid defecation. Thereafter, semi-solid defecation. Again, you will have to drink couple of glasses of water and do the set. So 3 type of practices you have to do: drink water, practice the set of those practices, and as and when it is needed, you attend the nature's call. Initially solid, then semi-solid, then liquid purge will be there, like you have diarrhea, and the end point will come when you will have a crystal clear water-like purge without any color. That time you have to stop drinking water, but the rest of the 2 things, that is practicing those sets of kriyas and going and attending the nature's call as and when required, that should be continued till the entire water is taken out through the anus. And this is the new participant may take around 1.5 to 2 hours for completing this kriya. But after a good practice, you can do it within 40 to 45 minutes. But it is really exerting kriya, and that is why one need to be one need to perform a Chaitanyasan for 15-20 minutes. Thereafter, have a very light food like dal khichdi with lot of ghee, and avoid the spicy food like achar, chutney, and the milk product on that particular day. Yoga Vidya Niketan conducts workshop on Shankha Prakshalan. So you will also get a chance to do this kriya if time permits. Then the second variety of Antardauti is Vayu Shankha Prakshalan or Vata Shankha Prakshalan. The air is gulped like Vayu Vamana, but unlike Vayu Vamana, it is not taken out through the mouth, but by practicing those set of 5 Shankha Prakshalan promoting kriyas, the air is taken to the intestine, and the air is creating a pressure on the intestine and the fecus matter, which is stuck on the inner walls of the intestine, and it is pressing out, and thereby the cleansing is achieved with the help of Vayu, that is called Vayu Shankha Prakshalan. Then another variety of Vayu Shankha Prakshalan is known as Bahishkrutam Kriya, a sort of Vayu Shankha Prakshalan only the water, the air is not immediately taken out through the anus, but it is retained in the intestine for 1.5 to 2 hours. It is really difficult to hold the air into the intestine, empty intestine, for 1.5 to 2 hours when there is a urge of defecation. That can be done with the help of maybe Ashwini Mudra or Mula Bandha, applying Mula Bandha, and thereafter, after 1.5 hours, one can remove the air through the anus. That is called Bahishkrutam Kriya. And the fourth and the last from the Antardauti is Agnisar Kriya. It is said, Nabhi Granthi Meru Sthane Shatavaran Cha Karyet. It means navel region should be drawn in and taken towards the spine for 100 times. Now, how to do that? Go into any Adharasana. This Kriya kindles the digestive fire, it is said, and that is why it is named as Agnisara Kriya. One has to keep the air out, so breathe in fully first, breathe out completely, and keeping the breath out, one has to just contract the navel region, take towards the back, and then relax. Relax it after a second or two. Again, contract with and repeat it 3 to 4 times as per your breath holding capacity. This is called Agnisara Kriya. Contracted and relaxed. Contracted and relaxed. This is Agnisara Kriya. Then there is one similar and complementary Kriya which is known as Shushka Gajakarani. In traditional text, or if you go through the chart which is provided in Yogic Science Manual, it is shown in the Rid Dhauti, variety of Gajakarani, Jala Gajakarani and Shushka Gajakarani. However, because of the similar technique and it has nothing to do with the Rid Dhauti, that is why this has been taken here along with the Agnisar, because the benefits are complementary to each other. The only difference is in Agnisar, you exhale out completely and then you draw your navel region in and relax it continuously. Here in Shushka Gajakarani, you have to breathe in and keeping the breath in, you have to contract the navel region and relax it. Contract the navel region and relax it. So one is keeping the breath out, one is keeping the breath in. So both of them, they are complementary to each other. They create a pressure on the bladder and the intestine. So excretion is improved. It stimulates the pancreas and liver, and therefore the management of diabetes is effective. And that is why both the kriyas are used as a therapeutic measure for the management of diabetes. Then comes Mula Shodhan or Ganesha Kriya. How this name has been given. In yoga, there is a concept of chakras or solar plexus. There are 6 chakras: Muladhar, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddha, Ajna Chakra, and the 7th one is Sahasrara Chakra. The Muladhar Chakra is called to be the base of our body, which is situated at the perineum between the anus and the genitals. And it is said that Lord Ganesha is the Swami of this Muladhar Chakra. You might have heard in the Atharva Shirsha, Swam Muladhar Sitosi Nityam. So that Muladhar Chakra is between the anus and the genital. And that is why it might have been named as Mula Shodhan or Ganesha Kriya. The technique is sitting in the squatting position. You must have seen in the Basti, then wearing a rubber hand gloves over the fingers and using either index finger, a plastic or ebonite or rubber rod of diameter of the index finger. Then just protrude your anal sphincter muscles and insert that rod into the anus or the index finger into the anus and rotate it in a clockwise and anti-clockwise. This is called Mula Shodhan or Ganesha Kriya. It removes the blood congestion around the anus region, and the problems like piles, fissures, and fistula, they can be eliminated and they can be nipped at the bud. Then the last Kriya, that is known as Prakshalan Kriya from the Dhauti. In old Hatha Yogic text, there is an exaggerated description or the figurative description of this Kriya that the yogis, they removed their Shakti Nadi, that is intestine, out. They wash it in the water. They dry it and then place it again back at the respective wherever it should be. But that appears to be impossible from the medical terminology. It is only that sitting in the squatting position in the stream of running water and protruding the anus muscles as much as possible, and then splashing the water from the down to clear the anus region and the rectum, which is called Prakshalan Kriya. Like the earlier Mula Shodhan Kriya, this also removes the blood congestion in the anus region and prevents piles, fissures, and fistula. So friends, here we'll be ending. To conclude, I would mention that in the next week, which is Kriya week, you will be learning some of the Kriyas which are Jalaneti, Rubber Neti, Danda, and Vaman. And I'm sure that everybody is going to get success in these Shuddhi Kriyas, but two tips so that you can get it faster. The first tip is that don't force anything against your body capacity. It is said that सहज भय वो अमृत सम सायास करे तो पानी. If you can do kriyas with an ease, it is like drinking, having a nectar. If you do efforts, then it is like drinking water. सहज भय वो अमृत सम सायास करे तो पानी, कहत कबीर वो रक्त सम जाके खिंचातानी. If you do खिंचातानी with your body, then it is like shedding the blood. So don't do that. So ease is the first keyword for doing kriyas, and the second keyword is the patience. I'm sure that 70-80% of the participants get kriyas in the first attempt only. However, if those 20%, if they don't get it in the first attempt, they feel dejected. They stop practicing. They find every excuse not to perform kriyas. However, I tell you, there are two motivational lines that धीरे धीरे रे मन धीरे सब कुछ होए, माली सींचे 100 घड़े, माली 100 घड़े क्यों ना सींच ले, ऋतु आए फल होए. Unless appropriate season comes, the tree is not going to blossom. So if you have patience and the ease, those two keywords, if you remember, then definitely you will get all the kriyas. I thank all my demonstrators and I wish you all the best for this kriya week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. In your simple and useful language, Dhauti Kriya with its subcategories are very well explained. For YTDC students, let me tell you, this Dhauti Kriya carries most of the marks in all the exams. Very practical, viva, everything. But it will be very, very simple and easy question. Okay? Friends, Mahakavi Kalidas in his Mahakavya Kumara Sambhava says, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. अर्थात धर्म जानने के लिए या धर्म पालन करने के लिए सबसे पहला और उत्तम साधन हमारा शरीर है. So it's our duty to keep it very clean and healthy. For that, our Hatha Yogi have suggested this Chatakriya in one shloka. It says, Dhautir Basti Tatha Neti Naunika Tratakram Tatha Kapalvati Stetani Chatakarmani Samacharet Acharet. Means for yoga sadhana, Shuddhi Kriya Acharan mein lani chahiye. In nutshell, let us see the purpose of practicing Shuddhi Kriya. आपको क्या समझा इस सेशन में? The first is to remove all the toxins accumulated in a body at subtle and gross level. Second, to ensure the free flow of prana in your body. Third, to prepare a base for higher practices, like meditation and samadhi like practices. And the last and the most important for YTTC students to earn more marks in Shuddhi Kriya. That's why you have to practice Shuddhi Kriya. So let me, here we have come to the end of this session. Let me take this opportunity to thank all the teachers who are involved in making this session a successful one. The program in charge Madhu sir, co-in charge Mantri sir, water arrangement team Ashish Jana and the teachers, sitting arrangement Bella ma'am, Vandana madam and Rita madam, stage arrangement is done by Golkar sir, Sharma sir, and our cameraman Mr. Ratan Gaikwad and the technical team sitting online and helping us to telecast this session. And very first time in the role of camera woman, Roman madam, and all of you. Thank you so much. This is bye from me for the other YTTC participants and teachers, but Vashi and global YTTC participants will go upstairs for the individual psychology lecture, and YTTC participants will go first floor for their self-introduction. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
So let's end this session and we'll be linking in with the next link, okay? YTTC.